Hello and welcome back, 11:39. Now, every week we feature a startup success story to inspire the budding entrepreneurs of the United Arab Emirates. And this week's guest is no stranger to failures. He came to the UAE more than a decade ago as a service advisor for an automotive company. He then decided to start his own business to be his own boss, but didn't achieve success until he opened, get this, the Smash Room. Now, the Smash Room, if you haven't heard of it, is basically a place where you smash things up, like old computers or glass bottles. And to all intents and purposes, it is apparently the best way to release stress, grief, and anger. And it is proving to be a big hit across all age groups. Ibrahim oh goodness, am I going to pronounce your surname correctly? Abudyak.
Abudyak.
Yes, Abudyak. Yes, yeah. Close.
Almost.
Thank you, sir.
Close.
My apologies.
That's right.
pretty fine, actually.
It's super good. Yes, I take that.
For my a sort of gentle stumble there. Well, Ibrahim is live in the studio, as you can hear, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you here, sir, because I'm a huge admirer from afar of your business. I think it sounds really up my street, frankly. As quite a high-stress, angry person, my husband would regularly describes me as an angry person. I think that maybe I need to come pay a visit, frankly.
Just got George's husband on the other line. He's saying, please, can you send her next week?
I'm booking you in already. Thank you for having me here. Pleasure is mine.
Oh, it's great to have you here. So is it true you literally just go in and crash, hit things?
Yeah, as simple as it sounds. You just go in, wear some protective stuff, choose what you want to smash, and get going.
Awesome.
Now, I love your humility, and the theme of today's show is we've just had a crypto crash.
Yeah.
People are heading to Bali, as George is telling us, and you start by telling us you've failed a whole bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
And our first guest was talking about, well, the first thing you need to do is just embrace that and live with it, and it actually makes you a better person, not a worse person. So tell us, because confidence is key, right? And things are difficult at the moment. Yeah. How do you handle yourself? Do you go in and smash a few things every morning before you get started? How do you drive forward?
Right. Okay. That's a very good question. So I'm definitely not shy about all the failures, if we want to call them, that led us to where we are today. Because actually the way we learn in life is through going through different experiences, new things, and trying different stuff, failing at them, and learning from those experiences, and then moving on to new ones. So every time you go through, what do you think is the downtime? Or, there, as you said, there's a crypto crash now. Okay, well, what are people going to do? There's a lot of people going to panic and make wrong decisions. Others will be more emotionally strong and be able to sort of like carry through and get through the process. So for me, it's been always, I don't smash every day, but I definitely do it every now and then. However, I think it's a lot of emotional strength. It's like going to gym. You don't get strong if you go once to the gym. You need to go over.
That's very disappointing to hear.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yeah, that's the truth. So it's the same thing for whether a life or startups. School have taught us that you don't make mistakes. You always have to remember the correct answers, or at least the old schools, the ones that I've been to. Mm-hmm. So if I make mistakes, I get punished by lower marks, whatever. But in life, you have to make mistakes in order to learn from them.
So the Smash Room is pretty well known, I'd say. A lot more well known after this segment. But you must have a very happy business partner, because you've also credited him or her with a large part of your success. So how do you work in a partnership on a startup? What are the good and the bad things?
Yeah. It's interesting. So I had a mix of experiences between having a really great business partner, the one that I have today. I'm so grateful for, Hiba. And
well done, Hiba.
Yeah, thank you. She's in Amsterdam today, so definitely having a great time. Well, I had also different experiences in the startup that I had before the Smash Room that didn't actually succeed and had to shut it down. So the dynamics are always interesting and tricky, because people think great business partners are exactly similar to them in terms of like who you are, what your interests are, if you click, if you do the same things. However, it's actually what I found from my own experience, it's actually the opposite. Great business partnership comes from being different.
Yeah.
Complementary
but differing
exactly.
strengths.
So whether it's skill sets, personality, everything, and going out of the things that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, be comfortable delegating it to someone else, whether it's your partner or someone from your team to do that.
Now, Ibrahim, when you mentioned shy earlier, the listeners can't see me smiling, but if they could see you now, you don't dress like a shy man. I think people are going to recognize you when they come into the Smash Room.
Yeah.
A little birdie tells me that you are one of those things that people considered rare, but there are actually 85 million around the world, a global nomad. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Why did you choose Dubai?
Well, so Dubai is home for the last 11 years and a half. So I moved in Dubai in 2010, which is practically just after I graduated, and I come from Jordan. So I came as a service advisor. I worked for a car company, and it was just my first job ever even. And from there, 11 years later, and you just mentioned a nomad, in November, I decided to become an actual nomad, a full-time nomad. So I actually got rid of my apartment, my furniture, my car, everything I have. And I decided to live through different places, different experiences, travel around, but also Dubai is always going to be home. So I'm in and out Dubai, but I also work online and sort of like manage my businesses in from different locations.
I think this needs, Georgia, to be a topic for us in future weeks, because the number, firstly, the legislative changes that the government have put in place to support people like Ibrahim, and secondly, the number of companies that are growing to allow people to have that flexibility. And I think COVID has really been a catalyst behind that. People are choosing to work in a different manner. It's allowed the UAE to have a real brain gain where brilliant people have come and relocated here, and the hotels have special rates for them, and so on and so on. So let's get more global nomads in.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, they are the lesser spotted global nomad, because I have to admit, you are the first person who I've met who's actually doing it. Yeah. Now, tell me one of the businesses ideas that you do now, because obviously you've got the Smash Room, but you are also trying to help other people realise their vision and turn their business idea into a reality. And obviously that's something you can do remotely. How is that working out for you? Yeah.
So, because I've been thinking about it for the last 3 or 4 years, and I realized that I've gone through some really huge ups and downs, from getting fired and divorced at the same time to losing my business, losing a lot of money, and then coming up again. So there's a lot that I've learned through that experience, and I thought maybe there's a lot of people that can use this information or this experience, and maybe they have the same kind of questions. Maybe by going through this, education process, they can save some time, prevent some losses, and that's what I do with my coaching business, which is completely online. And honestly, I just it's more of something that I feel fulfilled doing more than a business or something that is after money or something else. I just feel really content by working with other individuals who have great ideas but don't know how to make it work.
So very quickly, we've got about 20 seconds left. What is the best advice you can give to anyone who is thinking of being their own boss?
No
pressure. I always do that to people. Sorry. I'm like, do it fast, do it good, but do it fast.
I mean, entrepreneurship now is very glamorous, right? So everybody want to be an entrepreneur. But the truth is, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? And this is, I would say, if there is an advice, this is dig deeper into what do you want? What makes you happy? What fulfills you? Just being your own boss or having the dream of having the freedom or money, all of that, it might not come through being an entrepreneur. So what does make you feel happy and content, and follow your heart, follow your passion.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. I wish I was about to hit the green button on that song. It would be so awesome. Ibrahim Abudyak, thank you so much for your time. The founder and CEO of the Smash Room. You can also find him online if you're looking for a little bit of business advice. Speaking about business advice, Neil Petch is here. He is the chairman of Virtuzone. He does And what he doesn't know about small and medium-sized businesses and setting up companies in the UAE is not worth knowing. I'm sort of trying to say you know everything, but quite badly.
the agony uncle.
So if you've got any questions about setting up your own business, things like trade licenses, get into the nitty-gritty. Neil can help you. 4001, or of course, send us a message on WhatsApp, 04 871 5500. Ibrahim, thanks.